met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So opening drive, 3rd down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, flush to his right. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
We're going to the house with this one.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Mixon.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. Here's Burrow. Rolling to his right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the 29, Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Flushed out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Now Burrow on first down, sliding out of the pocket. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. Look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground with a tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Mitchell Wilcox punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Herbert on 3rd down now. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They snap it to Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Give him 3 on first down.
She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gone, yo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they go play action now. Burrow.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Burrow, rolling to his right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They run for it with Mixon. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game, and touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
out of the gun. Eckler running it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he stopped immediately there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On second down and 4, Burrow. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A handoff, it's Eckler, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now it's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. He juked him. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On second down, Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. On
2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Herbert. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slam. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 35. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there. And he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mixon running right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a win. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
This is a counter play, Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Tua on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going on the ground with Eckler. Taken down at the 30.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Second and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready. 10 black.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Buying time to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Herbert throwing again. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From the 10. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. He's at the 50, the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 41 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. It's a run with Mostert.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Whipping one into Allen, that's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Herbert going to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Tagovailoa being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Dancing to his left. He's got to complete to Waddle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. The slot man in motion right. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, LA. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. First throw of the OT session for Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now Tua. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Connecting with Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Man, what a battle. I mean, what a game this has turned out to be, Charles, as we're going to have now a 5th drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there, because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now. 3 to win it. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down and 8. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. Tua now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
60 red. 60 red. Shot. 17. Faster. Faster.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.